Hello and welcome to Cricket Happenings, dear friends and subscribers. On this part of the Cricket Happenings show, this on a Saturday, your host Ram welcomes you with the news that the Pakistan suffered a very dismal defeat at the hands of the New Zealanders in Dunedin in the third ODI, where they were bowled out for 74, an abject display of batting from Pakistan batsmen, which enabled New Zealand to win the ODI series. In fact, there is two more to go, but they've shut the door on Pakistan and they won the ODI series. So that is so New Zealand definitely continuing their victory run as far as ODIs are concerned. They are having that winning streak right now. As far as today's test match was concerned, it was the second test between South Africa and India. The South Africans really made India work hard, and definitely South Africans were doing very well. They were at one stage looking in a very commanding position, and but the Indian bowlers fought back. Ravichandran Ashwin, Ishan Sharma, everyone fought back, and the South Africans were reduced to real safety, I would say, at 269 for 6, because they lost a spate of 3 wickets. 3 important wickets fell down, and South Africa were pushed back by India in the final session. So it finally left the day with the honours even here at Supersport Park in Centurion in the second test match. On the first day, South Africa were 269 for 6. And also we'll have a look at the Sri Lankan squad that is going to be doing duty in the test matches against Bangladesh, which is coming up, and the captain is Dinesh Chandimal, but as far as the vice captain is concerned, it's a new vice captain for Sri Lanka. It's Chandika Hatrasinghe. As I said, now he has sweeping powers as far as selection of the Sri Lankan cricket team is concerned. He has made Suranga Lakmal the vice captain of the team. But first, I'm going to talk about the abject surrender by Pakistan in the third ODI. So third ODI, it was New Zealand batting first, and New Zealand made two. I thought the Pakistani bowlers did well. It was a slowish pitch. It was not. I wouldn't say batting was very easy, and Pakistan managed to bowl out the Kiwis for 257 in their 50 overs. Munro once again failed with the bat. Fahim Ashraf this time taking his wicket. Kane Williamson contributed a very good 73 of 101 balls with 7 fours. Guptill played a good part as well with 45, 62 with 4 fours and 1 6. Ross Taylor also did a good job. He made 52 of 64 balls with 4 fours, and Tom Latham making 35 of as many balls with 3 fours. Now these were the scorers who actually helped New Zealand to a score of 257. So definitely New Zealand at one stage of time at the end of the 35th over, they were looking very good to make absolutely, I would say, probably close to 300 runs. But a very good bowling display from the Pakistani bowlers, Shadab Khan, Hassan Ali, Ruman Rais, everyone combined and saw to it that they went and dismantled the lower middle order in clinical fashion. Henry Nicholls was caught and bowled Shadab Khan for naught. Santner was clean bowled to Hassan Ali for 6 of 12 deliveries. Todd Assel's wicket went to Ruman Rais for 3 balls, and then Saudi lost his stumps to Hassan Ali for 7, 5 balls with 1 4. And in the end, Bolt and Ferguson just hit it out in the end to see to it that New Zealand occupied the crease for the entire 50 overs. Ferguson was not out on 6 of as many balls. Bolt was bowled by Hassan Ali for 13 of 9 deliveries, 2 fours, and I thought the Pakistani bowlers did a good job in the final bend to actually bowl out the Kiwis for 257. Mohammad Amir definitely was the pick of the bowlers. 8 overs, 1 minute, none for 34. Fahim Ashraf did a good job, got the vital wicket of Colin Munro at the top of the order. 6 overs, 1 minute, 1 for 29. But Ruman Reis to me was a sort of a real difference, I would say, because as you know, in the previous one-day years, he leaked a lot of runs, but one could see Ruman Reis really adjusting his length and bowling according to the pitch, which was good to see. He only got a bit of a clatter probably at the end, but nevertheless Ruman Reis I thought was impressive, even though his figures might not reflect it. 10 overs, no maiden, 51 runs and 3 wickets. Hassan Ali as usual getting among the wickets column. 10 overs, 59 runs and 3 wickets. Shadab Khan at 2 for 51. Shoaib Malik at 6 overs where he gave away 31 runs. Now Pakistan were given a target of 258 to win, and this was a must-win match for Pakistan to keep the series alive, ODI series alive. So let's look at the card of Pakistan. It all started, Hazar Ali and Fakhar Zaman came out to open the innings. Hazar Ali was already grassed previously, and it was Trent Bolt who forced Hazar Ali to poke at a ball which was moving outside the off stump, and Taylor actually took the catch, and Hazar Ali was out for naught. So that was wicket number 1. Pakistan's score was 1 for 1. It soon became 2 for 2 as Fakhar Zaman was one who actually got a ball which he dragged into his stumps. Fakhar Zaman was clean bowled by Trent Bolt for 2 of 7 deliveries, and Babar Azam and Mohammad Hafiz got into a serious misunderstanding which resulted in Babar Azam getting run out for 8 to complicate matters for Pakistan and put them into a real spin at 2 for 3 at one stage. After that, it was Hafiz and Malik, two experienced players at the middle, and one was thinking that these two would probably take them out of jail. But well, it didn't happen. Trent Bolt was absolutely on fire. He forced Mohammad Hafiz to nick one to Taylor. He was gone for naught. After that, Shoaib Malik's wicket was claimed by Ferguson, the pace bowler. He was gone after scratching around for 3 of 27 deliveries, which made the score look a schoolboard score at 15 for 5. Sarfraz Ahmed, the skipper, was joined in by Shadab Khan, and so once again the slowness of the pitch really telling, but definitely I thought Pakistan could have played much better than what they did. Colin Munro was summoned to bowl. It was a good move. Colin Munro was given the ball, probably sensing that this is an opportunity. Kane Williamson called on Colin Munro to have a bowl, and Colin Munro also was amongst the wickets column. He clean bowled Shadab Khan for naught. Ferguson took care of Fahim Ashraf for 10, and Hassan Ali's wicket was also claimed by Munro for 1 to leave the Pakistan innings absolutely in shambles at 32 for 8, and they were close to, it's only because of Sarfraz Ahmed, Mohammad Amir and Ruman Reis that they managed to get to 74, or else they would have had the ignominy of probably being bowled out for the lowest total in one-day internationals. So Sarfraz Ahmed not out on 14, could not do anything off 28 balls. Trent Bolt once again came into his final spell and he cleaned up the tail. Mohammad Hamid was clean bowled for 14 of 24 balls with 3 fours. Ruman Reis was clean bowled by Bolt for 16 of 14 balls with 3 fours, and Pakistan ending up with 74 all out. Thus New Zealand getting a 3-0 lead in the series and having a massive win by 183 runs. The bowling, Trent Bolt was the man, absolutely on fire with a 5-wicket haul, 7.2 overs, 1 maiden, 17 runs and 5 wickets. Tremendous bowling spell from Trent Bolt. Saudi Sen was 3 minutes, none for 19. Colin Munro had a ball, 7 overs, 1 minute, 2 for 10, and Ferguson had 6 overs, 2 for 28. And the man of the match was Trent Bolt for really grounding the Pakistani batsman in the way that he did it yesterday. So Pakistan definitely, it was absolutely, I thought, schoolboyish cricket here, and Pakistan could have done much better. And This was not something that one expected, especially in a must-win match from Pakistan in the third ODI. Now the series, as I said, ODI series is shut for Pakistan with 2 to go, but New Zealand have already taken a winning lead in the ODI series. Now the attention shifts on to the first day's play at Supersport Park in Centurion in the second test match at Supersport Park in Centurion, and one was waiting, and we had a lot of changes. I mean, as far as India were concerned, they really sprung a surprise by making a lot of changes. In fact, KL Rahul came in place of Shikhar Dhawan, which was a bit surprising according to me, because Shikhar Dhawan, I thought, just had one game, and also there was another change where Ridhiman Saha, who had actually set up a record 10 dismissals in the last test match, which was a record by an Indian wicketkeeper, unfortunately was injured, and the reserve wicketkeeper Parthiv Patel was given an opportunity. And this was another thing which really one could not understand. Bhuvneshwar Kumar, who had done a fine job in the first test match, where he had given India the advantage in the opening exchanges by dismissing the openers. Here we saw Bhuvneshwar Kumar being dropped, and Ishan Sharma got, and the reason that was said was because Ishan Sharma had height, and the Supersport Park had a very good bounce as well, so that's the precise reason. So anyway, so it all started. South Africa won the toss. There was absolutely no cloud in the sky, so it was really sunny and bright, and as Virat Kohli said, it was a no-brainer. South Africa won the toss and elected to bat. It all started off with the openers Dean Elgar and Markram opening the innings, and for the first time we saw that South Africa in this second test match got off to a very, very good start. Dean Elgar was very sure where his off stump was, and as you know, Dean Elgar and Markram in the first test were really troubled by Bhuvneshwar Kumar in the opening exchanges, so that was precisely missing. Ishan Sharma, it was Mohammad Shami and Bumrah starting proceedings, but there was not much of a penetration going on, and Dean Elgar, as I said, knew where his off stump was. Markram made a few changes to his technique, where we saw in the first test match that he was actually shuffling towards the off stump. Now, Andrew Markram, one thing that he showed is that he's a very quick learner, and he had actually cut that habit of shuffling onto the offside. In fact, we saw that he was keeping his head still, and there was no movement. He was playing straight, and there was no shuffling. It was really meeting the ball with the very middle of the bat, and he was very impressive as well. He played some nice pull shots as well, nice drives. It was very good to see. Markram was really getting into it, and Elgar, and both were doing a fine job. They, in fact, after winning the toss, South Africa definitely showed they had an advantage, as both the openers walked into lunch at 78 without being separated. But after lunch, India got the breakthrough, and the breakthrough was provided by Ravichandran Ashwin, as Ravichandran Ashwin forced Dean Elgar to go and get a touch to a ball from him, which Murli Vijay actually pouched it. So Elgar was gone, so India had the breakthrough there finally. Elgar was caught, Vijay bowled Ashwin for 31 with 4 boundaries. Amla joined in Markram, and the partnership once again continued. It was once again a 60 odd run partnership. Markram was continuing in the same vein. Ashwin was looking good in his bowling, and Hashim Amla and Markram slowly started putting a very good partnership. As that was going on, and finally it was Ashwin who got the second wicket as well. Unfortunately for Markram, definitely deserved a century, but Markram was caught by Parthiv Patel behind the stumps of the bowling of Ashwin for 94. And look at the boundaries that he hit. He had 15 boundaries, and it was all scored in delectable fashion. One has to say that Markram is really having a bright future. Amla was there at the wicket. Amla was really had returned back to the pristine grace that he's known for, where his wrists were really coming into play, and in the way he used to caress the ball to the boundary. And that was something that one was seeing with the stroke making that he was producing. He had De Villiers for company, and then we had another partnership which added another 50 runs, and Hashim Amla and A.B. de Villiers. A.B. de Villiers definitely hit a few boundaries, but I have to say that this was not one of those convincing knocks from A.B. de Villiers, because he was almost close to chopping one onto his stumps in the over of Bumrah. But Amla was really careening along beautifully, and he was really in good touch. And look at what happened. And then A.B. de Villiers finally, as I said, it was not one of the convincing innings from A.B. de Villiers, as what he did is actually it was Hashim Amla who was on the striker's end, actually had put the ball on. Hardik Pandya was the bowler. He had actually just tickled the ball onto the onside, and A.B. de Villiers called him out for a run. Hashim Amla, there was a bit of an hesitation, and look at what Hardik Pandya did. He moved like a panther into the square leg region and immediately took the ball, turned around, and in one fell swoop he actually had the stumps uprooted at the non-striker's end, which caught Hashim Amla short, and Hashim Amla had to return back, run out by Pandya for 82 with 14 boundaries. After that, so that was the time India started coming back into the game. That was the final session. Hashim Amla was gone, and with only 10 overs to go for the end of the day, Ravichandran Ashwin, India's best bowler, the very first delivery, he tempted Quinton de Kock to push at him of the very first delivery, and Kohli held the catch. He was gone for naught. That was the first ball duck, and Vernon Philander was involved in a run out. Now, this was du Plessis actually telling him it was not good running by Vernon Philander. Du Plessis was actually telling him not to run, and Vernon Philander, by the time du Plessis could stop him, Philander had already come to the non-striker's end, and it was a crazy bit of running there, and Philander was run out for naught. And then suddenly, as I said, the South Africans, who were on the ascendant till such time when the score read 246 for 3 with Amla and du Plessis at the crease, finally, definitely I would say the honours were even at the end of the day when South Africa closed at 269 for 6. Du Plessis, the captain, was not out on 24 with 3 boundaries. Keshav Maharaj looked good on his with 10 runs to his name with 2 boundaries, and as I said, South Africa definitely, after looking so good, I thought they definitely gave the advantage away in the final session. Bumrah 18 overs 4 minutes, none for 57. And also, just to tell you that I was a bit surprised at that as well, that Chris Morris was not playing today. It was Lungi Gidi who was given an opportunity. Bumrah 18 overs 4 minutes, none for 57. Shami 11 overs 2 minutes, none for 46. Ishan Sharma 16 overs 3 minutes, 1 for 32. Pandya, what a superb run out, 14 overs 4 minutes, none for 37. And Ashwin 31 overs 8 minutes, 90 runs and 3 wickets. So that was the story of the day as far as the first day in the second test match was concerned. Now, I have only a bit of time here left on this cricket show, so I'm going to skim through the news. As I said, Sri Lanka named their test squad to take on Bangladesh, and Dinesh Chandimal was named captain, and Suranga Lakmal is going to be the new vice captain for Sri Lanka. As far as the test squad is concerned, we see Chandimal, the people who are in. I'm just trying to go just to the basics here. The reason being, as I said, I'm short of time here. So let's have a look at the team and see what has happened. So Suranga Lakmal is the new vice captain, and I'm very happy to see that Dhananjay De Silva is also figuring in the test matches. And we have Dimut Karnaratne. We have Dimut Karnaratne in the team. There is also Kushal Pereira is back. As I said, Chandika Hatra Singhe, the coach, is really playing a big role in the team selection now. because he has been given the powers. Angelo Matthews, Danushka Gunatilaka is back. We also see the return of Kushal Mendis and Danushka Gunatilaka. Dhananjay De Silva is someone which I am very happy about with the selection. Niroshan Dikwala, the keeper. Roshan Silva Rangana here. Sunanka Lakshman, the vice captain. Dilruwan Pereira, Dushmanta Chamira. Lakshan Sandakan. Akila Dhananjaya. Akila Dhananjaya, who has never played a test match, has been roped into the test matches. Lairu Gamege and Lairu Kumara, the pace bowler. So definitely, Chandika Atrosinghe has been a very, very successful coach for other countries as well. So, representing, being from Sri Lanka, and I'm sure he's doing the best here. So, Vishwa Fernando, Sadira Samara Vikrama, Dasun Shanaka and Lairu Thirumanu did duty in the previous series, have been removed from the team. Well, dear fans and subscribers, there's not much time to dwell now. It's about time for me to sign off on this cricket show this on a Saturday, and we'll be seeing you all tomorrow on my next cricket happenings on Sunday. Until then, goodbye.